Back to Wines du Jour. I'm your host, Les Kincaid, and we're here at Blue Water Restaurant in Henderson, Nevada, which is just outside of Las Vegas. And we have a special guest tonight all the way from Northern California, Jen Wall, or Jennifer Wall. She likes to be called Jen or Pinkfoot. Pink Toe, I mean. Pink Toe. That's her nickname. I don't know, you got to really look hard to come up with a nickname Pink Toe, you know. But she wears open-toed shoes, so yes, I know, I've already looked. It's not pink, it's just her nickname, okay? Now, I want to ask you a couple more questions, Jen. You told us you've been in the business working, making barefoot since 1995, which is hard to believe. I think you were in diapers in 1995, but apparently not, because I know you graduated from college. And if I remember correctly, when you did go to college, wine wasn't something you were thinking about at the time, so you happened to love things like chemistry and biology. Am I right?
I was on the path to go to medical school, and when I got out of college, I entered the wine industry and immediately fell in love. I fell in love with wine. I fell in love with the wine community, and I made a conscious decision that that was my path. And ever since then, here I've been. And in 1995, I started as a barefoot wine maker, and it was then when we started the current style of wine for the still wines in particular, which is varietally correct, food friendly, and fruit forward. And the important part of that is varietally correct. So what we really want, and we'll taste this as you taste the Riesling that you're being served right now, is that we really want the flavors and aromas that are reflected in the vineyard and in the field right at harvest, right at peak ripeness, to be reflected in that glass. So we don't want the wines to be overly manipulated. We want those true varietal flavors and aromas to be reflected in your glass, and you'll see that when you taste the Riesling.
Wow, and the Riesling is the first one. Now, you may have heard of Riesling, you may not. I have to tell you that good quality Riesling is not as easy to find as you might think, but good Riesling is probably more food friendly than any other varietal.
Yes, absolutely.
Especially if you go to Germany, as an example, where the weather is cool almost all year round and snows and so on and so forth. They don't grow red grapes too much. They grow a lot of white grapes, and their favorite, and they've won all kinds of awards for having great dry, if you will, Riesling, is Germany. Then you come to California, and the weather is a little different there. It doesn't snow and all that sort of thing. And so Jen has taken the vineyards that she's responsible for and done something special with them and allowed those grapes to stay on the vine a little longer than normal.
Yep.
And come up with a wine that is just delicious. Have you had a chance to taste it yet, guys? It's really very, very nice.
Good, thank you. Yeah, we actually blend this Riesling with a little bit of Gewürztraminer and a little bit of Malvasia to boost those floral and fruity characteristics that you're smelling and tasting. That's really just lovely on the palate. It's really like juicy tree fruit, so there's nectarine and peach flavors and aroma, and with a little bit of honey that's just delicious. And the Riesling is one of 15 still wine varietals that we actually make. So we have 15 still wines and 6 sparkling wines. We started with a sparkling wine tonight. And so we have 21 different offerings from Barefoot now.
Boy, I taste a tangerine and apple and all kinds of nice fruit forwardness with this particular Riesling. But I want to tell you a little bit about what the chef has done here at Blue Water Restaurant. He has put together, he's paired a little bit of assorted cheeses, which with Riesling is a natural, assorted cheeses, and then he's made some fig marmalade. But now the chef has decided that to emphasize the sweetness in this Riesling, he sent out a bucket of honey to go along with it. So you'll see what that is when it comes out. Remember, this is a Food Network chef, so this is not your average Joe Blow that happens to have an apron. You know what I'm saying? So that, along with Jen Wall and her troops that have made this beautiful wine, I think you're going to find it pretty tasty. Now, the best part maybe of all of it, not only does it taste good, work well with food, but it doesn't cost an arm and a leg. What would we have to pay for a nice bottle of this retail anywhere around America?
Well, it's a great wine for a great price. We like to say fun, flavorful, and affordable, and it is affordable. It's about $7 across the nation.
What happened to the $70?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? $7. That's hard to imagine. Isn't that a good thing? Yeah,
And all
absolutely.
15 wines are line priced at about $7, and the sparkling wines you can find for about 10. So really an affordable option.
That's almost illegal. You know, that's good. That shows that you've been in the business long enough. You probably own the vineyards and so on. You don't have to charge a lot just to break even. So you're offering it to the public at a reduced price because you don't have the expense. That's good business. Now, we got to go to a break. Be back right after these messages.